What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, breaking down this upcoming DraftKings Millie Maker slate for NFL. I'm excited about this slate. Before we can always live for me, definitely subscribe. Hope week one went well for you. Week two is full of more surprises. I'm excited about this slate though. So we're gonna start off with the quarterbacks here. Lamar Jackson, 7-7. Again, he's one of my top plays of the slate. I like him over Mahomes. I like him slightly over Anthony Richardson. Dak Prescott in this matchup, he's somebody that I don't mind going to, but I'd much rather just pay out for, like I said, Lamar Jackson or possibly AR. But Jordan Love is doubtful. I'm not getting to any Malik Willis. I believe Willis is almost price bear William or bear price. Yeah, 5,000 bare minimum. I'm not really going to Malik Willis here. But I do like this range of quarterbacks down here in the 6'4" to about 5'9s. So Jared Goff, I like this matchup. This is going to be a huge air raid game. It's going to be one of those games where I think it's going to shoot out. I like him and Baker in the stacks. I don't mind getting to some Matthew Stafford against this Arizona defense. I know he's not mobile, not but neither is Jared Goff or Baker. Um, but I still like the matchups here. Brock, Pur- Brock Purdy, I'm not really going to. I do like Jaden Daniels still. He had a good game on the ground, 16 for 88 with two TDs. I like that a ton. I know they said they don't want to run him as much, but it's Jaden Daniels. He's going to run. Joe Burrow, is he going to bounce back here? Coming off an 8 fantasy point game at 6'3", price next to Jared Goff and Jaden Daniels. I like Joe Burrow here at 6'3". He's going to want to shoot out with his Kansas City Chiefs. So again, these are kind of my favorite plays: the Goff, the Burrows, the Daniels, the Matthew Staffords, the Bakers. Going to Aaron Rodgers, I'm fading. He's going to have to get it right here against Tennessee, though, or it's going to go downhill even worse. I'm not getting to Trevor Lawrence. I'm not really getting to Justin Herbert. Deshaun Watson, I'm not going to. No Geno Smith. Again, if you want to sprinkle Justin Fields in GPP lineups, I want to blame you one bit at that price tag at 5.4 because I believe he is getting the start. Derek Carr, is that game going to be a shootout? I'm not really going to him. Daniel Jones against this Commanders defense. I hate to say it, but he's in play at 5.3. He's certainly in play. Let me get a quick drink, and then we're going to go to running backs. All right. So, yeah, that's my quick breakdown of the quarterbacks. My player pool is pretty much Lamar, Anthony Richardson, Jared Goff, Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Baker, and then sprinkle some Justin Fields and I hate to say it, some Daniel Jones. Running back is going to be chalky because of the big IR right here and the big doubtful tag right here. So it's going to be a lot of Jordan Mason at 5.2, and it's going to be a lot of Zach Charbonnet at 5.8. It's going to be them nonstop. You're going to have to just lock and load them. It, it's going to be chalky. It's going to be very chalky. But Jonathan Taylor up top, I like this matchup a ton. Give me him at 7-7. I know Brees Hall's right there. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be a pivot off of Brees Hall. Again, maybe ownership could be flipped. I don't have it in front of me, but I like Jonathan Taylor here. I'm not really getting to ETN. Kamara, we know, is the pass catcher. That's where he's going to get the focal point of his points, especially on DraftKings. Pacheco, I don't mind if you want to run a Cincinnati stack with a run back up Pacheco. I'm not really getting to much of Kyron Williams. I'm just not messing with that whole situation. Derrick Henry at 6'7". If you want to get a pivot off of Lamar Jackson and want a piece of the Baltimore team, I like Derrick Henry. Jahmyr Gibbs, I'm much rather just go to Montgomery, which that's typically how I play it, is I'm much rather just go to Montgomery, especially at the goal line. Josh Jacobs, it's gonna be his offense with Malik Willis at the center. So I don't mind Josh Jacobs at 6'5". That's a nice price tag. I always want to get to James Conner. He seems to be just a guy I always pick and play in my lineups, especially if I just need my last man in. I don't mind going to James Conner if I have about 6'5", 6'4" left over. And then we talked about Kenneth Walker. It's going to be the Zach Charbonnet backfield. 5'8". They kind of already priced him up. I like him still. Rashad White. I'm much of that just get to the pass catchers at the Tampa Bay game. And if I want a running back, I want David Montgomery. Aaron Jones, I know he was the chalk of week one. I know he got you 18 fantasy points, but I'd much rather go to other guys around this range than go to Aaron Jones. Pollard looked good week one, 16 for 82 with the TD. Caught some passes in the backfield. Had 18 fantasy points. I don't blame you. Jerome Ford still with no Nick Chubb. He kind of got you there with that late TD. I don't want to mess with the Dallas Cowboys running backs with Rico and Elliott and Dalvin Cook. I'm not messing with it. Austin Eckler at 5'7" is interesting to me. I don't really want to get to him. And then Dobbins is going to be chalk. Just how he looked week one. It's going to be very, very chalky. But again, you have Jordan Mason down here at 5'2" to easily get you there. So again, I'm going to eat the chalk with Zach Charbonnet and Jordan Mason. It's going to be everybody's focal points, but again, you kind of just have to do it because if they smash and you don't have them in your lineups and they're at what 40 to 50% ownership, you're already screwed. So again, let me take a quick drink and then we're going to go to receiver and tight ends. So looking at receiver, CeeDee Lamb 8-8. I think I'm just gonna drop down and go to Cooper Kupp at 7-6, especially with no Puka. I think this is gonna be Cooper Kupp's all day. I love Cooper Kupp here. Mike Evans in my stacks, but Baker, I love it. I'm gonna get to him more than Chris Godwin, I think. Um, Devontae Adams always in play. Gary Wilson, I'm not really going to, even though Aaron Rodgers tried to feed him. How much of this pay up to Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp, or Devontae? Marvin Harrison is the interesting one. He's coming off a dud game. Um, at 6'9", if you want to be different, I think the way to be different would be play Marvin Harrison. But again, when you have Debo right there at 6'8", who's going to get rushing attempts, it's hard to go to Marvin Harrison. Brandon Ayuk, no thank you. Not getting to Olave, not really getting to Flowers. Amari Cooper, again, coming off a dud game. I don't mind it. Xavier Worthy looked good week one. I'm much rather just go to Godwin at 6,000. But Lincoln Davis in my stacks, I wouldn't blame you. And then I'm kind of not really looking at anybody in this range. Not really getting to Judy, not really getting to Thielen. No Myers. Myers doesn't even look like he wants to be on the team. Brian Thomas at 4.8's nice, a nice price tag. I do like that. Dontavian Wicks targeted 3 times, nothing. I mean, Rashid Shaheed always in play with the deep ball threat. Wandell in my stacks. Demarcus Robinson's, I don't mind going to him, but they also have Tyler Johnson, who I think is priced pretty, 3-3. I don't mind that. I don't mind McMillan with 3-6 in that range with my Tampa Bay stacks. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Let's go to tight end. Salem, Florida. I like that with my Jared Goff stacks, of course. 6-3. If you want to be different and not go to Amon-Ra, which I would play Sun God as well. I forgot to mention him. But I don't know with the Jameson Williams injury. That's what you need to keep an eye on because I'm much rather just go to Jameson Williams. But again, with that injury, I don't know if he's going to play. So it's kind of the next man up mentality. Philip Raymond at 3.5 is a nice price tag as well. Tim Patrick didn't really do much at all either. So Travis Kelce, how much are they going to Laporta? McBride, I'm not really going to. Kittle, I'm not really going to. Evan Ingram, I'm not really going to. Mark Andrews. Is he going to bounce back? Because they were the Chiefs were all over him. So I much rather go to Mark Andrews at 5,000. I like that price tag. Was Ferguson doubtful? Schoonmakers in play at 2.9 because they don't have Hendershot. If you remember, he's on the Chiefs. So Brock Bowers is in play at 4.4. I like that price tag a ton. Ertz is in play at 3.5. Conklin was only targeted a couple times. So I'm kind of liking Brock Bowers. I'm kind of liking Otton in my stacks, of course. Conklin's okay if you want to try to go back to him. Ertz is in play at 3.5. Colby Parkinson's in play at 3.1. But yeah, that wraps up this quick breakdown for the slate. Again, I know it was quick. Sorry about that. But I kind of just want to put a key point on one of the plays I'm liking in my lineups. But again, always like normally, definitely subscribe. Comment below what stack you're looking at for this week. And hope everybody has a great and safe rest of the day, everybody.